Today's border security system is unrecognizable from the America First policies of the Trump administration or even what was in place during the administrations of President Clinton, Bush, or Obama. Today we see a border not only in chaos but in crisis because the Biden administration has dismantled all of the proven policies.
That was former acting DHS Secretary and Executive Director at the America First Policy Institute, Chad Wolf, testifying. Chad joins us now. Look, the theme of this hearing was pretty straightforward. Is the Biden administration simply following the law? What did you tell the committee?
Well, I told the committee it was a resounding no. On multiple fronts, the Biden administration is not faithfully executing the law. And so there's example after example. The abuse of the parole system, telling ICE officers a 100-day moratorium on removing individuals, illegal aliens, including criminals. And so time and time again, I think, the American people know that the Biden administration is not upholding that rule of law along that border. That's what the hearing was really about, and we examined that in great detail.
There are 4,000 or 5,000 apprehensions a day, plus gotaways. Border agents are overworked, understaffed. Morale is terrible. And DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas is aware of this. So, to your knowledge, is the Department of Homeland Security doing anything to support agents?
Well, no. I think the morale inside the Border Patrol is probably at its all-time low. These agents are very, very frustrated. They've sat here for 28 months and not seen policies implemented to actually try to reverse this crisis. Again, what we try to do, what this administration is doing, is simply trying to manage the crisis and process more and more of these individuals in. That's why they are instituting parole systems. And they are telling everyone, no, don't come between the ports of entry. Simply come to a port of entry and we will let you in. We will let you in through a parole program or the CBP One app. And so this idea that somehow the situation along the border is improving, it's smoke and mirrors. They are simply moving these migrants to ports of entry and then allowing them into the country.
More than 4.5 million illegal aliens, more than 1.5 million gotaways. And look, Chad, we often talk about these numbers in the abstract. Obviously, it's in the millions. That's a big deal. But as someone who understands population inflows and outflows, what do those numbers mean for the average American citizen?
Well, what it means is you're going to have an influx into your communities. These are, as we say, 4 or 5 million individuals that have come across that border. The vast majority of those have been released into American communities. So what does this do? When you have over 345,000 children who have come across that border unaccompanied, don't have a father, don't have a parent or a guardian, they all go into public education systems into this country. And so what does that do if you have a son or a daughter in those school systems? What does it do to the healthcare system? Lots of these individuals will go to emergency rooms when they need simple medical care. And so it's a lot of these unintended consequences that are impacting Americans every day. So it's not only the unlawful and lawless nature of that border, and that's enough, and we should address that. But it's also what's occurring in these American communities because we haven't planned for these individuals.
I thought it was interesting that Ron DeSantis visited the border yesterday. He was in Arizona. RFK Jr. also called it a humanitarian crisis because there's an understanding across the globe that we have an open border. So this issue is certainly front and center on the campaign trail as the Biden administration, of course, is not focusing on it. Chad, thank you so much for joining us.
All right, thanks.
Absolutely.
Listen to this.